My name is Casey Crawford, and I'm an attorney with Chinnery, Evans & Nail in Lee Summit, Missouri, and I'm here to give you a brief presentation on name, image, and likeness, or NIL. Most of you have probably heard of NIL before and understand that it is a legal way for student athletes to receive compensation from brands, companies, or organizations affiliated with universities. I'm a former Division I basketball player at the University of Colorado, and I played from 2006 to 2010. During that time, student athletes were generally unable to receive any money related to their name, image, and likeness because it was considered a pay-to-play scheme, which could jeopardize a student athlete's eligibility. As I've said, though, the current landscape has changed, and successful college athletes can earn compensation comparable to professional athletes during their time in college. For athletes, each state where you reside or where you may go to college has its own specific laws regarding NIL. For example, in Kansas, student athletes in high school are not permitted to earn money from their name, image, and likeness. However, in Missouri, student athletes that reside in Missouri and have signed a letter of intent in their senior years to go to a university located in Missouri are permitted to earn money from their name, image, and likeness. This may seem like a good idea, and it is, if you know for sure that you will be signing with a Missouri-based school. However, other states may not have these types of laws, and receiving NIL income during your year could jeopardize your eligibility. The landscape is ever-changing, and what the law is today will not be the law in 6 months. The NCAA is becoming increasingly more open and favorable to athletes profiting from their name, image, and likeness. That being said, as a lawyer, I can assist athletes in reviewing contracts and agreements associated with company or brands seeking to provide compensation for an athlete for marketing purposes. Student athletes can make money in NIL in a couple different ways. They can have contracts directly with the brands, which would generally require a contract between the athlete and the brand directly, or there are many social media platforms that allow athletes to sign up in order to take advantage of the brands and companies that partner with those platforms. And lastly, in college, NIL collectives often pay athletes collectively rather than individually. In entering into these contracts or looking to promote businesses, there are a couple things you should be aware of. First, read contracts before you sign them. Contracts are very important and will govern your rights, responsibilities, and obligations. For example, recently, there was an NCAA student athlete, football player from an SEC school that signed a contract with the company during his college year, and that was for a large sum of money. However, this athlete did not thoroughly read through that contract, and that required him, if he were to make the NFL, to give up 25% of his first 5 years of salary to this company in exchange for the money during college. This ended up being a couple $1 million. So it's important to read these contracts. Second, what you promote or what you post online can have serious consequences. Social media can be a blessing and a curse. Companies, prior to signing athletes, will frequently search through all your social media accounts to determine if you are a good potential revenue source. And if you have something in your past or are currently posting on your social media that this company does not like, they may not enter an agreement with you, or if you are already in an agreement, they may seek to terminate you. It's very important to always be careful what you post online because it could violate any agreements that you may have with companies. Lastly, you always want to put yourself in a good position from a marketing perspective. Part of that is your online presence, but most of it relates to your athletic achievements and your character. These are the utmost of importance in being able to maximize your potential for receiving NIL compensation. And to wrap up, congratulations on the athlete you have become thus far, and hope you're able to take advantage of your name, image, and likeness deals in your athletic future.